Have you ever thought about when you think of something so profoundly every single day, you oftentimes start seeing it? You think of the red car, you're going to start noticing more red cars. Do you know why? It's because your mind is wired to win. And when I say win, your mind cannot determine whether or not the goal that you set for yourself is negative or positive. So when you guys are worrying about failing your exam, when you guys are worrying about being rejected by that girl in the gym, when you're worrying about, I don't know, hurting yourself or getting injured if I do that heavy weight in the gym, whatever it is that you are worrying about, your mind is wired to win. It will give you that outcome, whether or not it's negative or positive. It doesn't refer to it as negative or positive. It's just wired to fucking win. It's like a torpedo, just goes towards its target. So whatever you consistently think about in your brain, your mind will make that a reality. So if you're constantly worrying about the fact that, oh, I'm going to get rejected, I'm going to get laughed at, let me just adjust before I cramp out and fall out the tree. If you are constantly worrying about a negative, you're constantly visualizing and picturing a negative goal in your brain, your mind, your subconscious mind is going to take you towards that. It's going to notice opportunities where it's going to make that a reality. Okay? So you must flip the script in your brain once again into a positive. Rather than worrying about being rejected by that girl, change the image in your brain and focus on getting a number instead. Again, your mind is wired to win. It will learn from every experience that you go through. It will optimize your thinking patterns, the ideas you get in your brain, your creative flow. It'll optimize all of that to get you your desired goal, to get you to your desired outcome, which you keep picturing every single day. So if you constantly wake up and tell yourself negative thoughts, you tell yourself, oh, I look ugly today, or no girl's ever going to want me, or that girl's obviously she's going to reject me, she'll never want a guy like me. If you wake up and tell yourself these things and you imagine these things in your brain, your mind is wired to win. So congratulations, you're going to get that outcome. Well done, you've won. But you've just got the wrong goal, the goal that you didn't want. But because you keep focusing on the negatives every single day, your mind is taking you towards that, and now it is your reality. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay? So you got to flip it. You have to literally make this a concerted effort that you do every single day to wake up, look in the mirror, and instead of telling yourself, oh, I look ugly today, or look at my stupid hair, look at my stupid nose, whatever the fuck it is, oh, I'm so short, I'm 5'2", whatever, flip that script. Focus on the positives. Tell yourself positive things. Even if you have to ignorantly tell yourself these things, like, oh, I'm fucking massive, even though you're not massive, just tell yourself, look at the gains I've made, right? Notice the positives. I've literally molded my flesh. A year ago, I wasn't as big as I am today. My chest is fucking massive. Do you know what I mean? Big yourself up like that, almost arrogantly in your brain. And focus on the positives. Always start from the positive, the best case scenario first, rather than the worst. If I told you to go and approach that gorgeous girl over there in the gym, your mind is going to constantly, naturally to keep itself comfortable, it's going to constantly focus on the worst case scenario. What could happen if I went over there? What negatives could happen if I went over there? Guess what? Because you're now focusing on those negatives, if you did end up committing to and going and talking to her, you'd most likely get that negative result. Because naturally, the way you act, the way you carry yourself, your body language, the way you talk, you're going to stutter. You might have a shaky voice because you're nervous and you're focusing on the negative outcome. So naturally, that's probably going to happen because you're going to be like, who the fuck's this weirdo? No thanks, I've got a boyfriend, goodbye. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. The universe responds to your body language, and your body language is determined by what you think up here. Okay? Again, if I just wake up and tell myself, I'm strong, I'm attractive, I am the fucking man, I can get any girl that I want. If I just tell myself these things almost ignorantly and just believe it, guess what? I'm just going to walk more confidently. I'm going to speak more confidently to you on camera. I'm not going to stutter. I'm not going to be like, losing my train of thought. I'm going to be fucking on it. You know why? Because before I record these videos, I tell myself, I'm the fucking man. I'm capable of anything. I expect success rather than failure. And I start in my brain, if I was going to approach that same girl that you were approaching, that gorgeous girl over there that's doing the fucking hip thrust in the gym, and I wanted to go and talk to her, I would imagine the best case scenario. Naturally, defaultly in my brain, the best case scenario would pop into my head. Because I've trained myself to think defaultly on autopilot positively. And my mind is wired to win. So is yours. Your subconscious brain is wired to win. Whatever you keep feeding it, it will focus on. Or it will make a reality one way or another. Whether that's through, you'll just get an idea to do something. Whether or not your body will respond to it. Okay? You might find that if you're walking around like this, hunched over, looking at the floor all the time, it's because your subconscious beliefs are, I'm not good enough. Or I'm ugly. I don't want people to see me. Even though consciously you might not think that. Subconsciously, because of years of programming, You've made yourself that kind of man. You've made that a reality. Congratulations, your mind is wired to win. You've got the outcome that you wanted. Or maybe not that you wanted, but you've got the outcome that you constantly fed into here. So make those thoughts positive, make those visualizations positive. Every day, constantly, all the time. Every time you get a negative thought about yourself or about the world in general, any negativity that comes into your brain, you latch onto it, you acknowledge it, and you flip it into a positive. I want you to train yourself to do that. That is your homework from this video. Forget about school. Forget about that bullshit. This is your homework. Because if you master your mind like this, everything else that you want in the world will fall into place. Remember, your mind is wired to win. It does not care whether or not that goal is negative or positive. If I focus on the fact that girls will never ever want me, my mind is wired to win. It will make that a reality. Congratulations, Luke. Well done. Now no girl ever wants you, because I'm constantly focusing on that. My body language will respond to that. I'll portray myself to the external world in a unconfident and insecure way. Naturally, that reality will become real. The law of assumption, whatever you assume to be true will become your reality. Remember that. The coaching is down below if you want to learn more from me. Get out there, make it happen, stay positive, and look after yourself, okay? Bow.